Hello, what's up, and guten Tag. I'm Danny from Get Business, and today we're going to be talking about the 3 steps to change your thinking to design your future. And before we get into the steps, how to change your thinking, it is very important to look at why is this subject even important? Why is it important to change our thinking? What does that have to do with designing our future? As I talked about in the last video, one of the last ones, of course, it's important to know different tactics and possibilities, how to grow our business, how to market better, how to create better offers. But often, something that is actually limiting us is not the unknown strategy or the tactics, but the limiting beliefs about ourselves. And the following story I think is so um, great to look at. It shows in a wonderful way how the way we think can really change what we achieve. And this story, this uh, example happened in 1952. It was Sir Roger Bannister, and he was an athlete. He was a runner, and in 1952, the Olympics, he failed, and he almost decided to quit his career as an athlete. And at this very down point in his life, he instead decided, okay, I will instead try to achieve something that nobody has ever achieved before. And until then, 1952, nobody, no athlete, as records had showed until then nobody had run the 1 mile under 4 minutes. That is something that nobody had ever done before. So there was the 1 mile, and nobody ever had done it in under 4 minutes. That was the goal that he set for himself and that he wanted to achieve. Back then, the doctors even said that it was not possible for a human being to run that fast. They even said if somebody would maybe achieve it, they would be in a great health danger and might even die. So back then, the athletes were even kind of maybe afraid to achieve this goal, but Sir Roger Bannister, he decided, no, I will achieve this goal. I will do everything that will be needed. And he kept on training. He kept on focusing on this one goal. And he spent so much time imagining himself breaking this amazing mark. And in 1954, in a run, he actually achieved exactly this goal. He went across the line under 4 minutes after 3 minutes and 57 seconds. And the impossible was done. He broke this amazing mark. And what I find even more interesting is that not only that he was able to do this even though the doctor said it was impossible, but in the next 3 years, 15 other athletes also made this amazing mark of under 4 minutes. They also ran faster than the 4 minutes. And what happened? Did they all of a sudden create a new training method, get better shoes or better drinks? No. They all had a new mindset. They all knew that something different was now possible. They all did not limit their beliefs like they might have limited before because maybe what the doctors had said or just because nobody had done it before. So my question to you is, what are the limits that you have set yourselves or others have maybe told you that you are not able to achieve this or do this? What are the limiting beliefs or things that you have put inside of your head? So this is the first thing that we need to tackle, is to realize, yes, there's things going on in our head and thinking that are limiting us and often hindering us to achieve our goals. So, if we notice this and we realize this, how do we just go about and change our thinking? Well, we just say, okay, I don't want to think this way anymore. I will change my way of thinking. An example I just had last week, my youngest, I have 3 children. My youngest, Emmanuel, he's 5 years old, and he loves to play with water. And it was not a very warm day, but he kept on playing with the water, and I kept on saying, hey, please stop it. Stop playing with water. And of course, he did not think about stopping. He just kept on doing. So I thought, okay, instead of telling him just to stop it, which he didn't want to do, I gave him a different opportunity. I said, hey, how about we go and kick the ball? Let's play soccer. And then, yeah, good idea. He was all excited. He put down the water hose and we started kicking the ball back and forth. So it's the same way about thinking, changing our thinking. It will not work just to say, okay, I will stop thinking this way. I won't run into this think pattern anymore. But instead, we need to create new ways of thinking, new think patterns that we want to go into. But now what think patterns should that be? What different ways of thinking should we create? And for that, it is important to know, okay, what is the focus I need to get towards, or what should I focus on according to where I want to be, what my goals are, and what version of myself do I have to be able to create this new reality. So, for instance, if you are trying to achieve, let's say, more prosperity in your business or more challenging tasks, and you have never done that before, then there might be new ways of, habits or characteristics that you have to go about to change to be able to do this. And so it is important first to focus, okay, what is a new version of myself that I need to be, I have to step into, that I will be able to reach my goals. And then what are the new ways of thinking I need to get into? What are the limiting beliefs at the moment that I need to change, that I will be able to create this new reality? So a good way to do this is then to focus on this new way of being, the new way you desire to be, and to focus on how it would be to act in that kind of way. Let's take me for example. I notice, okay, I want to start, like now, producing videos. And like for me, I have no problem at all speaking in front of big audiences on stage, or before I was a dancer and I danced in front of thousands of people, no problem. I wasn't nervous. But stepping in front of a camera, for some reason, it just, it doesn't feel as easy. But I needed to start thinking about myself. Okay, I will do this. This is the way I will be performing. This is the way I will be stepping up and creating, getting out of my comfort zone. And then after a while, just start getting into the habit of doing these tasks. Another example is where I often notice, okay, like my daily tasks, if it's something I need to do for client work, no problem. I love getting stuff done, high quality, overperforming, over delivering. But often if it's something for doing for myself, where like only I profit from it, then often I might get slacking. And so I know that's something I have to really tackle and focus on. Okay, no, I don't want to be this way. I want to focus on getting into the new habit and thinking, okay, no, I want to be acting in a way where I will consistently get to the tasks that also are beneficial for me, and just focusing on that. So let's break it down into 3 action steps that you can do right away. Number one, write down what is the new version of yourself that you want to become or need to become. Often it's a characteristics or ways of doing things where you just say, I am bold or enthusiastic or inspiring leader. So write down these different ways you want to be and what you want to be, and write these down. Number two, what beliefs must change, what ways of doing things must change that you can become this new version of yourself. And number three, write down the sentences where you are acting this way and spend daily imagining yourself acting that way. So for instance, I will write down, I am tackling down, or I successfully finish all my tasks in record time and I feel fulfilled. I achieve all my goals in record time. So I write down these things and I meditate and think about that daily in the morning. And I notice how by doing that, I start to follow in my way of doing because I started first in the way of thinking. So 3 action steps you can take. And I hope that this was helpful for you, that you can create the thinking so that you can design your future. Thanks. Until next time.